Hello everyone, I welcome you all for the lecture series video of Basics of Civil and Mechanical Engineering. I am Dr. J.Yokesh Kumar, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering in SNS College of Engineering. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the welding process. So I just want to introduce and classify the welding process for this lecture series video. So welding is the process of joining two similar or dissimilar metals with the help of heat or pressure or both. So this is the basic concept of welding process. Here we can able to join two materials which may be a similar or dissimilar metals. So which will create a strong bond between the two materials, and this is the crucial process in the manufacturing process, and in fact it is the economical way of fabricating the structure. So in engineering, most of the machine structures can be economically manufactured with the help of welding process. So here we want to understand the different type of welding process is very much important to select the welding process for the particular applications. So let us have a detailed discussion on this presentation. So what is welding process? So welding is the process of joining two similar or dissimilar metals by the application of heat or pressure or both. So some materials we may use heat, or some materials we may use pressure, or some materials we may use both pressure and heat. The materials may be a similar, that is the grade and composition of the materials may be the same or sometimes dissimilar. Different grades and different composition of the materials can be joined together. So the material can be melted in the molten state, or sometimes it can be joined with the help of solid state itself. So this, if the welding process, the material is melted in a molten state, then it is called a fusion welding process. If it is not melted in a molten state, and if it is joined with the solid state, then it is called a solid state welding process. So typically we can able to join metals and thermoplastics by using a welding process. So heat, it is used to fuse and melt the materials and create a strong bond between the two materials. Sometimes filler materials may be used, or sometimes filler materials may not be used. The parent metal is melted, that is enough for to join the two materials. Then I just want to classify the welding process. So it can be broadly classified into three types. So here I have listed the basic category of the welding process. So the first category is fusion welding process. So fusion means we are fusing the parent metal into a molten state. That is, the solid metal is converted into a liquid state by the application of heat. So that process is called the arc welding process, where we are creating, or we are striking the arc between the electrode and the parent metal. So that's why it is called the arc welding process. Then the energy source for creating the heat is an electric arc. And another category is the gas welding process. It is also comes under the fusion welding process, where we are using a combustible gases to produce a heat, where fuel gases may be used, followed by, and it is the fuel gas is mixed with the oxygen to create a burning process. And the next category is the solid state welding process, where the friction is associated in the welding process, where we are applying the pressure. The friction is used to join the two materials. Here the energy source is the mechanical friction that can be used to join the two materials. Here I have listed the illustrated the arc welding process, where high heat can be applied. Here we are having an electrode, and in the electrode we are supplying the filler metal. The arc is strike between the parent metal and the electrode. Then the electrode we are connected with the power source. Electrode and the workpiece is connected with the power source, By the application of heat, the parent metals are melted and which is joined together to form a strong bond between the two materials. Sometimes shielding gases may be used to avoid oxidation during welding process. Then heat can be generated up to 10,000 degree Fahrenheit, so which is very common in the welding process. Next is the gas welding process. Here I have included the photograph of the gas welding process where two gases are used to join the parent metal. One is a fuel gas and another one is an oxygen. The typical gases used in the gas welding process is acetylene and the oxygen. Acetylene is a fuel gas and oxygen is used to facilitate burning process. Here it can able to generate only the lower temperature as compared with the arc welding process, probably up to 4000 or 4500 degree Fahrenheit. So it is suitable for the materials having very thin and thin sheets. We can able to join both ferrous and non-ferrous materials. And this will explain the solid state welding process, so where the materials can be joined together with the help of friction and the pressure. So friction and pressure both can be applied on the parent metal. No melting will takes place on the base metal or parent metal, so it creates a solid state bond between the two parent metals. So the example for the solid state welding process is friction state welding process. So these are all the references for my presentation. Manufacturing Technology, authored by Rao PN in the year of 2013. And another book is a textbook of Production Technology, authored by PC Sharma in the year of 2014. So in this lecture, we have discussed about welding process, introduction about the welding process, what is welding process, and various classification of welding process. So I hope this video is useful for you. Thank you for your attention.